Hello there everyone, my name is Flicker, and today we're going to be getting my Sky Daily Sun. Been taking it pretty easy today since it's my Linkline's birthday and they should be able to at least relax and enjoy themselves a bit. I'm glad this isn't going to be anything like it used to be. Because last night I had a mental shift that allowed me to acknowledge a different part of myself in a way I hadn't before. And so that energy is available to me now as well. Granted, that part of me is a wild gremlin, but hey, we're all just trying to live our lives. I'll find a way to express this part of myself without shit running over people's toes. See, that's what I deserve. To both express myself and also still respect others. Mission time! Oh, damn. Oh. 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 Can't remember if it was this year or last year, but I went to visit some friends on my birthday as a little treat to myself, and it kind of backfired. At least I was half expecting that to happen though, so it wasn't... No, I cannot finish that statement because that would be lying. It's exactly because I half expected it that it fucking hurt. Oh well. I'm glad I'm no longer in that mental space anymore. It's not worth staying in. After all, people may be fools, gremlins, messes, and hazards all in and of themselves. But that's just part of life. We were born into a wild world. Why wouldn't we also be a little bit wild underneath the surface? It's okay to be a little bit messy. It's okay to not be able to fit in perfectly. So long as you aren't trying to define yourself by someone else's standards, and rather you learn to be there for yourself, I think there's a path forward. Little by little, in small ways that are really impossible to measure. Especially if you're used to running the entire gauntlet before, and now you're just stumbling through it small step by small step. You could expect so much of yourself because of who you thought you used to be in the past, what you used to be capable of. But that version of you is no longer here. The current you is. So be kind to where you're at. Take a step at a time, and if you get worn out, let yourself rest. Oh yeah, there's the other candles I forgot. Heat-seeking missile, target found, collected, departing location. Gremlin missile activated. Yeah, no. It is time for adventure! Apa ada namanya? No. Pain can make us do a lot of things. It's who we choose to be, both because of and in spite of it. That really helps us find who we are. Yeah, please be careful out there. You're cared about, you gremlins. Don't get me wrong. I may not care much for money, but I can recognize its importance. I just don't want to rely on it as a motivator, as it usually brings out the worst in people. That I'm used to going without the things I want. It's helped me to kinda accept that just because I want something doesn't mean I actually need it. It keeps me from, that helps me stay away from the entire consuming industry that the world has become. Instead of getting caught up in all the hype, I'm just able to say, oh, that looks neat, but maybe I'll have some fun if I ever try it. Alright, first off, yes, you've got a mission. Second off, I will do that right after I get the rest of this candle wax. Because if this goes to the stadium, oh, it goes to the stadium! Could actually go in that direction too, but that's not too often that happens. I'll take it. Oh, I got to hang out with, like, Meme Lord and the others on the bus to Nowhere the other night. It was nice to visit that world again. Oh, so many good memories. Too bad that world takes so long to make progress in, though. Hell, if we had gotten the batteries charged on the first lightning strike, it would have been so awesome. Sadly, we had them positioned too far to the front of the bus. I showed everyone how you could grind on invisible rails by staying on the rails even as the bus changed between locations. Swam out into the open ocean of the beach. And got to discover the hard way that once the bus gets to another location that doesn't have the beach, oh, I drop into the void. Hello, goodbye. Have a good day. Please don't die. Alright. Let's see this mission of yours, girl. Even if I can't get to know you, I can at least help you out. And then the intense winds are gonna kick in as well. Snowstorm, blizzard? No? Interesting. Oh, nice. So they're keeping the calm weather with just the intense winds. That's awesome. Honestly, my link line doesn't really like making a big deal out of her birthday. It is, well, better to just live another daily life and enjoy it just as much as any other than to save all of that energy for a day where you're supposed to be special. I don't want just one day of the year where I'm able to enjoy things. I want to be able to enjoy them throughout the year, despite the ups and downs. Here we go! Oh, nice, I landed on the tent. Let me get out of the... Oh, the cutscene isn't letting me move. At least he gave me a cute, cool-ish looking pose. Still packing up camp. Left to right, left to right, left to right. We'll go this way. And then down. We're going on a new trail! Let's go! Prepare for tunnel time. Willy Wonka's boat ride has entered sky. Oh, this is the kind of speed I wish I could have done in the other sections of this. Would have been so fucking awesome. Get ready for a roller coaster! Yeah, sorry for so many of these detours, but I just wanted to have a little bit more fun with this while I can. Oh, we're going there? Interesting. No, it makes sense though. Allows them to have another trip through the flying section towards the stadium. Are they gonna be where I think they're gonna be setting up camp? Nope. Still, I'm glad we got to help them. Now, if I can learn to nurture the success of others while also fostering my own success, and not sacrificing my self-worth, energy, or time too much, I think that's going to be a really great skill set combo for living my life the way I want to. Also, link line went out to Culver's. Tasty burger. Treat, apparently, their mom said. Glad we went out of the house too. We were able to pick up our meds. Oh, excuse me. Tasty good food. Whoa, I was liking the speed on that. Damn. Too bad the momentum didn't carry through. Frickin' game and its fucking speed limits. I swear, how much fun would it be to just zoom around like fucking lightning if the speed caps on this game were removed? I hope you're all doing well, by the way. Sure, I can humor myself. Gonna need to be a new private tab though. Well, there's what? All the other instances are pretty filled up with tabs as is. Looks like Willow's going through something stressful. Unfortunate. Alright. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba. No, don't go chasing the light. You'll be able to chase it around when you get back to this section later. Pretty soon I was entangled. Take me by the hand. Question who I am. Teach me how to fight, I'll show you how to win. Yeah, no. A life free of fear is the whole point of human rights. I think that's worth working towards. Both for myself and for others. Sure, I might not think much of other people, but that doesn't mean I'm above them. I don't think much of myself, after all. People are equals, not greater or lesser. I'll embrace who I am, even if I feel small. As best I can, so that way that girl at least gets to live now. And isn't trapped inside of what I should be. It's been a while to undo that process, though. To actually be there for myself and acknowledge new things. It's taken time. It's taken years of my fucking life. That was already after I had a decent, like, 10 steps ahead on the self-awareness and exploration scale. Because I was missing a critical component of who I was. I was told it doesn't exist, and so I didn't even realize it was still a part of me. In many ways. I'm glad for the part of me that spoke up. And said it wasn't okay with living like a lab rat. For other people's experiments. It may have been a quiet voice. May not have been very loud or very forthright. But it was there. People are worth fighting for. Just not at the cost of oneself. In learning to measure one's own value, one must contend between pride and insecurity to properly keep the measurement in appropriate place. Lest it get dragged in either direction too far. Teach me how to fight, I'll show you how to win. You're my little flaw, and I'm your fatal sin. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, get over here. Hug. I gotta wait this out. The floating Bowmaker's memory isn't that one. Take me by the hand. I'm sure of who I am. Yoink. Rise a warrior. Brain, that would be way too cheeky. But then again, it's just fucking fiction. devil. There's the song that came to mind. Seeing is believing, you say? Well, then let's amp it up a level. Seriously? Boop. 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 I don't want to actually stomp on their hand. Hold on. Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh. Well, rude. Seeing is believing. So look me in the eyes. 7 sins, even more. You can see it in the dark, feel the beat of my heart. I love how this song uses, like, the item box sound effects from Mario Kart of all things as part of it. It's fucking silly. Or at least something very similar to it. A floating bell maker. Well, okay. Say goodbye? We'll do so in a moment. Just gotta get all the way down here first. Okay, it's you. Hey, spirit friend. Thank you for going on an adventure with me today. I hope you have a good time. Damn it. Can't run away 'cause you're a devil loving die hard. Da, 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 da. Okay, nope. I don't think it's this one. Is it? Well, I should at least set off all of the bells, so that way I have a higher chance of it sinking into another instance with people in it. You make another mistake. Nope. So it's either there or there. Wait. Also, friend, you really should have left. Yes, I told you you can leave. My goodness. That's not it. Alright. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Could be proven wrong. Nope, that's the sleepy one. That's the sleepy one. I want to be an honorary devil, capable of fulfilling contracts and overall being solid in my business ethic. But it's only honorary in that sense. I don't want to actually give bad deals to people. Might be tricky or confusing deals, but not necessarily deals that end bad. I don't like repeating things on this hour now. I see people nurture people. Oh, hell no. You hear a sound but don't know. No, it would be so much fun to just live my life as a mimetic entity that spreads throughout civilization and helps people sort through the baggage of their lives on the side while they're dealing with other things. To live in the public subconscious of the cosmic force would be so nice. That's just like a weird goal of mine, though. It's not gonna be able to actually happen for my link line here. Hell, if such a thing was actually possible, I'd still count it as an unreasonable absurdity. Of course, saying that the mimetic entity form of me would most definitely have to continue living on long past to everyone's death, persisting through civilization after civilization to try and make things better. It would be really lonely. Everything of my heart can't run away, 'cause you're a devil-loving guy at heart. I still like the cheekiness of that one line I have in the description of that whole, what was it? Pantheon. Yeah, no, I don't remember the name of that world much, even if it's got zero views to it. I do remember the interesting dynamics and concepts of it that it presented, but ultimately it's much the same goal, with a slightly different twist. Help people see and snapshot sections of themselves, so that way they can put those sections to better use, and feel content in having an identity that's functional. But where that person usually just sticks to one snapshot, I want to be able to snapshot people from multiple angles, dynamically intersecting until eventually you got a nice little 3D simulation of them figured out. Ah. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get such a goal done within my lifetime, though. Because A, I'm not willing to crunch the numbers. And then B, even if I was willing to crunch the numbers, it would likely take several decades of research by continued investment of people who will long outlive my link line here. If I do not have a world that I can physically explore, then I will explore the world of the mind. A demon or a hunting. Can't run away 'cause you're a devil loving die hard. No! Ah, jeez. Well, I guess that's punishment for me getting ahead of myself. Please. Please. You're no longer falling. Come on. Oh well. Nothing. Oi! No, we're not having a round 2. Yeah, it's on. No. Instinct and impulse are two different things. They're definitely deeply correlated, like neighbors who say hi to each other every morning. But they're not the exact same thing. Oh, I didn't get the launch. Damn. No, blitz the speed, even if only for a little bit. Oh wait, who needs help? Okay, they went back into the sides, that's good. Girl into devil. I belong to me. A demon or a haunting. Poltergeist, Phantom, Baku. What song do I want next? Because Dream Eating Monochrome Baku is not really much of a positive song. No to that, no to that, no to that. Hey, soul sister. Oh, that one's pretty good. Get over here, music. Nope. Can you all see? Okay, good. You all can see well enough. For a moment there, I thought I left this open. How many ghost typings do I have? The answer is yes. Something between a ghost and a zombie. Both alive and yet not at the same time. Resurrected through plants, given form and flesh yet again. But there is no heartbeat, despite the heart still being there. One of these days I'm going to get the lower work done properly. As it stands, it's still a work in progress. Do I want to make that distinction in the lore work, wherein true devils are, in regards to the origin universe at least, many different parallel realities and universes could exist where that's not the case. In terms of the home or origin universe from a fictional self, you can have fallen angels that didn't become demons because they didn't decide to go down into hell either. They decided to do their own thing. In turn, sacrificing their immortality or invulnerability for a mortal killable immortality. It's ironic. Religion is technically supposed to be a set of guidelines that help people figure out that provide a basic structure for people to start making their own rule set and give them a quick start guide on how to navigate life. And yet now it's been sanctified by so many people to the point that it's getting used as an excuse by hollow people who only like the surface of it and don't subscribe to anything beyond. Which makes sense. But it's also just kind of disappointing, because that means that so many decent things are left tarnished by the hands of history and time under hollow influences of wealth and power. Of course, if you want to make a guideline rulebook and whatnot, what better way to make sure it survives the throes of history than to turn it into a religion? such that the encodance at least preserves some, maintains at least some integrity over time, even if it does end up warped by other hands. It's a gamble, though. No, you don't. Thank you, butterfly. What was the song my brain was thinking of? Oh yeah, Supermoon. From Limitless OST, but that means going over to SoundCloud. Sure, why not? Search by Yearning. I said yearning, not churning. Then use that link to get to the SoundCloud page where the Supermoon is on. Okay, fuck off. No. Tracks, Yearning, there's Supermoon. For those of you who don't know, Limitless was a Minecraft-inspired thing that aimed to give more dynamic concepts in fluid freedom to building structures and machines. Ultimately, never got finished, because the scale of building such a thing is far beyond the level of just simple blocking. They were adding slopes and going by triangles. Found it when I was in college. And although the game never turned into much beyond a demo, I love the soundtrack that was made for it. Yearning's got a special place in my heart for a feeling that's always been a part of me. The rest of the track is so good too. Like Supermoon here. It's got a quiet waltz pace to it, I think. While being pretty calm and cheerful. Break clear notes using bells or whatever the heck. I don't remember words properly. Who in the what? Okay, for a moment there I thought I saw black and purple. But no, it's just red and yellow. I was like, is there a Radiance event going on unannounced? And then we grab the current song. Can't tell if it's actual waltz or if it's just got pacing similar to a waltz. Probably pacing more so than an actual waltz. I think Yearning is more of a waltz. I don't know. Thank you, game. Nope. You will learn to jump on top of the darkness plant. So help me. There you go. Nice to meet you. No, invading reality as a mimetic entity would be one way for my fictional self to establish connections to worlds where she only has a small fraction of a chance to exist. It would be like a later part of the process, and something that she does from worlds that are far more resource-driven. Far more useful as a resource. as a supply resource rather than as a information hub or social processing. I mean, there could be. That's the thing, though. It's like if resonance is the cost and resonance, absurdity, and dissonance are 3 of the 4 values that need to be managed when trying to connect with the world without getting absolutely rejected and blasted back into the unknown between. Resonance, dissonance, absurdity, and clarity. Well, absurdity sits between clarity and confusion. So that's still its own category. So then what would the 4th variable be? Well, scale is also a great trapping variable, but holy shit does it have so much to deal with as is. The self, the other, the integrity of the scale. Kind of, but at the same time not really. Because even if she builds up a sharp resonance with the world, if she doesn't make use of that resonance in decent enough time, then eventually its strength will start decaying and she won't be able to get a new opportunity out of it like she used to. Just keep in mind, my fictional self, by all means, is supposed to be completely erased from existence. And the fact that she's even still alive is a fucking blessing. In order to gain any resources from outside the unknown between, which takes ungodly fucking unreasonably long time to grow resources in. Starting from nothing. And ultimately creating connection and supply routes through resonance and absurdity to different worlds in order to get resources that she didn't have previously, while also leaving the reality intact and not fucking getting smashed to bits all over again by the whatever restrictions she's dealing with. Yeah, no, that's gonna be tough to try and form into a complicated and nuanced process that can't be completely exploited. But if it can be partially exploited, then that's probably to her benefit. Not necessarily in the sense of sacrifice, because, well, you don't want to deal with that. That then goes against public perception of how you cannot create energy. But that might not be a truth of reality, and there's so much to unpack there. Because the scale difference between which you can create new energy at and the scale difference at which one lives a life could be two completely distinct things, so far separated from each other that the impact of one is unnoticeable upon the impact of another. But of course, reality has... The scientists of this world have yet to realize that the pressure of nothing is what is happening, and that nothing doesn't actually have a root weight because its weight is 0. However, because it can multiply infinitely by referencing itself, it can create pressure forces, especially when it starts compacting into itself to create little sparks of something that then get immediately destroyed by the rest of the surrounding nothing. Chain reactions. Instead of zeros fighting for space or trying to erase each other, they try to work together by sharing space. And in doing so, the space they have available to each other is larger of influence than the space they actually occupy. But then Conway's game of life, taken to a third dimension, these things unable to return to their source point, and so you have accumulation of pressure and zeros within whatever finite space the universe has, if it even has a finite space, and isn't it infinite in true sense of the term, beyond a scale that can ever be quantified. Then you quantify infinity as a difference in scale rather than as a actual limitless state, and things get even more interesting. Sorry for rambling there. It probably made no sense to you. Oh, come on! No! Please, no, I want to get this dark butterfly and free it. Okay, good, got that one. Oh, okay, it's there. I'm not going to be able to get that one done before the darkness withdraws. So I'll focus on the Shattering Shard. In my usual route. Ba-da-da-bum. Fair. And the soul overflows when it is full. That's a neat way of phrasing it. Thanks. Sometimes I find that hard to believe. Oh, more votes? More votes. Whoever you like, I wish you luck in learning how to be around them without hurting them. Okay, I'm not going to be able to read that, so whoops. I'm not going to rush. Sure, I'll miss out on having the support of others around to complete the timed thing, but ultimately I think I'm capable of doing it on my own. Because the last time I said that, I got fucking burned. Oh, beautiful. good. Oh. Okay, not thing. Not the thing I thought it was. They already charged me as much as they could. Fair enough. What I do with that charge will depend on my choices. Oh yeah. Hello. How about you go this way? Thank you. Have a good day. Alright. Okay. Glad you're enjoying your tasty noms. Thank you, little butterfly. And yes, I know you're not actually little, but still. Oh, if something that large went up to me in real life, my link line would probably freak out. Super. By the way, for those of you who have watched this far, and do you all know where the supermoon is? If not, I can easily explain it. Hell, I'm probably going to explain it anyways, but I figured I might as well ask before I get ahead of myself. A supermoon is when the moon appears larger or closer to the body it is orbiting, thus filling out more of the sky than it usually does. Don't know if it's actually closer or not, but the appearance is mostly why it's called a supermoon. Like it got a Mario mushroom and just leveled up. It's so fucking silly. Stupid. If this doesn't count as Waltz, then it's definitely Waltz inspired in terms of like the pacing. you. You can't even see me right now. Stop that. Stop your bullshit. To each their own life to live, decisions to make, and self to live with. You are both your own worst critic and your best friend. Try to invest in ways that help you towards the second one rather than the first. You deserve to care about yourself. Not blindly, not pridefully, but authentically. To love yourself and know that even with all your flaws, you're still capable of more than you would have ever believed. That's a line of thought I can save for another time. It doesn't need to be said right now. And if I never remember it, oh well. That's okay. Excuse me. Wish I had gotten this done sooner. Whatever. Nah, I don't need the big darkness tank. Leave it be. I do, however, want that. Get over here! I will free you from your burden, and gain interesting colors from doing so. Reality can hold many twisted and terrible things, but I still appreciate how nuanced and complicated the structure of it is. It feels like it was made with intent, even if it was not made with the intent that one would usually prescribe to intent. I don't know how to phrase that. Mortal, definition, purpose. No, it's not a mortal's definition of intent. If it was, that would be too simple. Rather, the intent of someone who plays with chaos and teaches it how to weave upon itself to create structure. A single rule underlying the entire fabric of reality, nurturing it into a new direction of existence. Damn it. I don't need it. Auto Havoc kicked in and I started trying to burn it down without even thinking, damn it. I don't need it. Proceeds to get distracted by something else and then reverts to Auto Havoc and seeing it again. Fucking damn it. Goodbye. Thank you. To those of you who snuck by and saw a fragment of this recording, thank you. To those of you who stuck around and watched a good chunk through, I deeply appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day, a good night, no matter what time or non-time it is. And if it isn't good, you're feeling stuck, alone, confused, scared, hurt, frustrated, lost, or otherwise, well, I hope that things either improve for you, that the chaos out there stays manageable at the very least, or, in the worst case scenario, that you're still able to find a ledge to sit, rest, and vent from without hurting yourself or others. Remember, do not lose yourself to your pain. You are worth more than just that. My name is Flicker. I've gotten my dailies done, so I'll be seeing you all later. Bye, gremlins! See you in the next video. Hopefully I ramble a little bit less.